Okay, this is Too Many Angels. I know all you hear are my thoughts. I know you don't get it. But this is definitely, I'll try to make it short as possible. So you understand, this has been planned since rock music. Um, this app on the hand of Craigslist since age 10. That's when God left me. He let me get raised by my dad, who turned to Satan. He raised me by the most satanic family. He let him do the hot tub out of jealousy. That was Heath. Right when I moved away from my dad, he gave me a bunch of miracles to pull us away from each other. Marcos came with Kevin Laughlin. You might know him as Michael Brian Thomas. And Chris Korn, who they put me with. Marco said, you had to be with him. You had to be with him because he knew how he was. He set up the suicide. He put the rocks to the door. He put his hand on top of mine, put Satan through me once he took my good dad, Steve, away. Then Tupac controlled me for 17 years. Miracles, chose where I lived, chose where I worked. Told me not to take that house. Told me my dad was evil. Showed him as Satan. Told me to meet him in my dreams and visions. Gave me miracles. He already decided by giving me to Tupac at that point. Every other husband has let me go at that point. They're embarrassing me, waking up, going to psych wards, thinking my dad. He wouldn't have been able to do it any other way. The only thing that was holding me back was my good dad, Steve. So then after that, I had the dad who's talking about pandas and wants me to go to hell for about 17 years, doing magic. He has everybody's approval. The moment all my family comes and gives me the magic up couch, it's done. And I meet Michael. It's the one who wants to destroy me. I do not know that. I have too much grace and mercy. I think Tom, he's just an angry drunk. He's Hitler. He's Johnny Depp. He's Sandra Bullock. I have my dad a little bit. And then like a week before I get to my dad, or before I want to get to my dad, he has to pretend his death. So now I have no more protection. That was my only hope. That was my only way out. They even gave me miracles to say don't take that house. I'm trying to make this stand. If any angels are like, oh my God, why? I'm trying to tell you why. So then I listen to Michael's every excuse. Everyone around him is calling him Jesus. I don't know any better. I just think he's an angel. I don't believe that Jesus could be incarnated, and it even says in the Bible, don't believe anybody who says they're Jesus. But I love him, and he did things through the videos. Right when I'm about to leave, Barry, you might know him as I share mind-to-mind transmission, says, you have your wings now, knowing about a week later I'll get them cut off, and says Michael's God and stay with him. So I listen. I wait for my dad's house to be done. It was supposed to be done in 2 months. It doesn't. It takes about 9 months. Michael's dad says he does not want to leave Portland, so then we just argue. But he was there. He was already best friends with my dad, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Marcos, and all the other. Michael already made that decision, so of course he's not going to have it work out. He doesn't let Michael know that it's a setup or that it's not supposed to work until about 9 months later. Just lets him destroy me, which he does. Takes my heart, my armor, my head, rewrites my story, everything drunk. And then I hear Jonah outside the window saying, we're going to replace her to the part of adultery because she invited a homeless person into the other room. That's when Barry says, I'm Jezebel, stares at the wall, you know the power of that. And then here comes Aaron, perfect timing. Then he had the Mexican, the African's approval. That's who came right when I started preaching. Now he does 2 heating cooling trucks, and now he abandons me with my thoughts open, no heart, no armor, no hedge, no Holy Spirit. The mind-to-mind transmission, Michael controlling my thoughts, leaves me in pain, and just says, do I know you? What's your name again? For my life, Michael owns me now. Now his angels attack me every step of the way. No matter what works I do, nothing is being answered. 0. Nobody knows. I know you guys don't know. That's why I'm making this video. None of you guys know what I've gone through. So you look at my thoughts like, oh my God, then he gets to look good because he's sending angels when he made the decision. Sneaky. Nobody's helping me. We do the classic, I know what you're talking about. All you guys just try to get me to drink. And of course I'm drinking. That's why I was raised with my dad and mom as alcoholics. That's the way I learned. Thank God I don't like hard liquor. And just everything's being done. Votes are being done through radio, through TV, through TikTok, through movies, through my neighbors. They can hear my thoughts from a mile radius. I'm watching Michael's videos, which just have nothing with demons, magic, portals, and shit to hurt me more. He's doing that move to put demons in. I don't know that. I'm being gang stalked. I'm being tortured. Michael's torturing living shot at me. I go to the hotel. That's when I see my dad. My only way out. Steve, say no. That's when you guys, I'm done with your thoughts. It's done. That was the only vote you needed. So after that, you guys went full force. Even Michael made a video. He's all excited about it because he loves me so much. And then after that, it was just hell. It was closed. The door was closed. The door was closed. And then I get my own apartment. Michael's dad put Sly on the wall, pretends I have a chance. At this point, my husband gives me to Greg, who is a bad part of Michael. He's being lifted up with all of his celebrities because of what Aaron did. Jezebel's being lifted up because of what Barry did. So now Mary Matson's taking her shame and pain. Well, she's covered nice and perfectly. Once I get my apartment, the good Michael, of course, shows up. He puts a diamond rose to the camera, says enough, go to sleep. He won't turn on technology. I can't trust him. And I keep going back. It's not the right Michael anymore. He's there to destroy me. I do not know that. But I know he owns me because of what I heard. No, we're going to replace her. She has to stay with him. So I'm just like, okay, so I have no choice. Every time I leave, I get gang stalked. Every angel that's sent to me, it's a vote. Nobody breaks the script. I get sicker. He saves all the top angels for the end, from Solomon to Dan to Marcy to Davin to Elizabeth to my dad Steve. All of them at the end. Lexus, Shamar, Buddha, Sharon, every top angel at the end. Never lets them know what happened to me. It's just one freaking garbage disposal after one mad dance move after the next. I'm just getting sicker. Continually in pain, waiting for that stupid zap. Lost the vote of my dad, my mom, my dog. They pretend they're dead, so I'm grieving, I'm heartbroken, I'm scared. I'm in pain, I'm being shamed. Nine shame pebbles. I'm making every wrong move because since 10, everything went through. Judith doing her tablet wiggly. My dad using his cell phone. My grandma's staring out the window. Barry, everything's going through. Aaron's laying outside of Michael's place. Everything is going through. Michael just watching it all, following me with his little angels. I go back to Michael's at least 30 times. He destroys me every time, isolates me, controls me, does more dance moves. I try to escape, he gets more mad. Everyone's watching our life like a TV show. I'm wanting this to end. Nobody helps me. It's only once I lose my dad Steve that now you bring everything back and then you take it all the way to 10, smiling. This has been a nightmare. I'm being shamed on TV. He's covering up his domestic abuse with Johnny Depp. Paw Patrol, suicide everywhere. The witches are being lifted up because of what Barry did. Yeah, you guys have no idea, so I can't blame you. You think it's just a drinking. So that's kind of why my mind is so bad. That's why I got where I went. Right when I was about to go to my dad, I would have bet they made him pretend his death. A car in the apartment. I was done. And this all stemmed from not being gritty and wanting to be in love. Not knowing it was a trap. Not really understanding who I was. I did nothing wrong. I don't know why I'm being blamed for this. I did nothing evil to actually ruin my mind. At all. I don't know why. And then Jonah, all I could say is, I got you an apartment. I was going crazy. You did it when the good Michael was there. You let it be downtown where everybody heard my thoughts. It'd be different if I walked in that apartment, then automatically I have everything back that Michael stole. My thoughts are closed and scalar energy is off, so you can let me have a new beginning. I guess Satan learns it somewhere. That's not any. Who cares?